Hello and welcome to Sports News Africa, the home of Africa's sporting conversation. Let's take a look at the headlines. Semassi FC bagged the Togo championship for the 10th time. And prosecutors in the Oscar Pistorius trial appeal the athlete's sentence. Thank you for joining us on Sports News Africa. I'm Angela Agor. Morocco has until November the 8th to decide whether to host the Africa Cup of Nations after a meeting on Monday with the Confederation of African Football to discuss a postponement of the tournament because of the Ebola epidemic. Following the meeting with Moroccan officials, CAF confirmed through its media director that there would be no postponement. And we're joined online now by Moroccan sports journalist Tariq El Baraka. Tariq, tell us what's been the reaction to CAF's ultimatum in Morocco?
Yes, Moroccans don't seem to be pretty happy about it. In fact, we received comments urging the government to stick to its preliminary decision of postponing the competition to another date. People are fearing that the organizing of the competition will open the doors wide to an Ebola outbreak here in Morocco.
Are politicians united in their concerns about the tournament going ahead, or is there a split opinion?
Moroccan politicians don't tend to agree on many things normally, but on this particular issue, politicians from both sides of the political spectrum tend to agree on the fact that the government and Morocco need to postpone the organizing of the African Cup of Nations that will take place here in Morocco next year, or scheduled to take place here in Morocco next year. The fear of the Ebola, as I said, is overwhelming, and Moroccans fear that they have already too many problems in their plate, and they don't want another problem on this scale, such as the Ebola epidemic, to come to Morocco and cause and wreak havoc as it did in West Africa.
Now, CAF have taken advice from global health agencies on this matter. What more do you think they can do?
Following yesterday's meeting, the meeting on Monday of CAF here in Rabat, they said that they contacted the World Health Organization, which did not recommend the cancellation of football events or sports events in other parts other than the countries that are affected with the Ebola epidemic. So I think they need to also contact the health authorities here in Morocco, because they are more aware of the situation here on the ground, and the fact that whether Morocco is capable of containing the influx of supporters that will come to support their teams here in Morocco.
Are you aware of other football federations that are sympathetic and share Morocco's concerns?
Yes. For example, let's take the example of the UEFA. The Michel Platini actually in an interview some time ago with the beIN Sports, with the Qatari network, said that the Moroccan concerns are legitimate. The health of the people are priority, and it's up to them to decide whether to postpone it or not.
Is there a sense that the commercial and logistic requirements of pushing back or cancelling the tournament are outweighing the health risks?
Yeah, besides the health risks, the African Football Federation said that the football calendar is already full, and any delay or any postponement will be detrimental to the other tournaments that will come ahead. CAF has to meet its obligations with its commercial partners, with other football federations, international football federations. It has to respect its obligations and to meet the deadline with the international calendar. So I think, yes, there are other requirements besides the health risks.
Thank you, Tarek.
Thank you.
To Togo and Semassi Soccer emerged champions of Togo after the final day of the season, thanks to their 1-0 win over arch-rivals Agaza. But the league season did not end without its controversy, as only 2 games were played at the weekend, while the other clubs decided to boycott their matches in protest of the Togo Federation's handling of protests, appeals, match fixing, and bribery allegations against match officials. A General Assembly of the Federation has also been postponed as the Federation awaits a FIFA date to hold it.
Semassi Football Club of Sokode emerged victors amid wrangles and boycotts in the just concluded 2013-2014 Togo First Division Football Championship with 41 points overall after beating Agaza of Lome 1-0. This is the 10th time the club has won the championship trophy. This year's tournament saw 4 clubs boycott their matches, blaming poor organisation by the Togolese Football Federation. Only 2 of the planned 6 matches took place on the last day of the season. Despite the boycott, Semassi FC head coach Chani Lebana praised the TFA for organising the league.
I think this season we had very good organisation, even though there were a few minor hiccups. A new federation and new people came in. All of us have learnt a lot. And at the end of the day, I think this federation has put their hands in the engine. They had good organisation. The championship reached a very good level.
Gabriel Ameye, president of the Togolese Football Association, defended his organisation, saying the clubs had no reason to boycott the matches.
Thank God, as you noticed, it's been good football. Fair play prevailed, as you have seen it yet again this afternoon. This is what we want for football: availability, commitment and determination. Football must be played with a will and not mere strength. We have rules and we must respect them. And when we respect them, we need people to manage to follow them.
Semassi fans like Oro Akpo also praised the TFA for its role in ensuring the championship was competitive as well as entertaining for the fans.
We enjoyed very much Semassi's win. They had very good organisation which carried this remarkable event.
The victorious team Semassi will play in the next season of the Continental Orange Cup Champions League. One-time favourites AS Douanes fell far behind in the league this season, settling for last place with only 18 points.
Welcome back to Sports News Africa. South African prosecutors on Tuesday appealed the verdict and sentence of Paralympian Oscar Pistorius, who was last month handed a 5-year jail sentence for killing his girlfriend. Pistorius was found guilty of culpable homicide, a charge equivalent to manslaughter, for shooting dead his model girlfriend Reva Steenkamp on Valentine's Day 2013. He began to serve his sentence on October the 21st. For fans of Algerian side Entente Sétif, it has been a week of celebrations and fanfare after their side became the Confederation of African Football Champions League winners on home soil. But for the travelling fans of Congolese side AS Vita, the journey back home will be a painful one as they leave Morocco empty-handed. Nonetheless, the fans have been vocal in expressing their pride for their club's achievements, and they hope that Vita can go one better next time.
AS Vita drew 1-1 against Algeria's Entente Sétif on an away match, subsequently losing the tournament trophy on the basis of away goal rule. The teams had drawn 2-2 in the opening match in Kinshasa. Fans back at home received the news with mixed reactions, but many managed to put on a brave face.
They have their merits. The V Club delivered everything they had. They tried hard. They played this match, but too bad, no luck. The Algerians scored 2 goals as visitors. The Algerians scored 2 goals as visitors, and it weighed a lot on the overall results.
L'ensemble du match, c'est comme ça que Vita perd cette coupe.
En fait, on est satisfait quand bien même le résultat.
We are very happy after all, even though the scores were not generally speaking. We are out, but with our heads high. The V Club demonstrated their capacity. Even with the default, we could see the V Club is quite a good side. And if the backbone remains the same, I hope in time it becomes a threat to any other side in the world.
This is the first time in 26 years that Entente Setif have won the tournament. Following the victory, Algeria is swimming in football glory after its national team reached the second round in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil.
Denmark Cobs got the defence of their title underway as the new Nile Special Rugby Premier League season kicks off in Uganda. After a busy shopping spree during the transfer market to replace a number of the old guard who were hanging up their boots, the new look Cobs began the season with a win.
Uganda's reigning 15-a-side rugby champions Cobs and arch-rivals Protector Heathens got to a good start in this year's campaign with assertive wins in their opening matches over the weekend in the capital, Kampala. Cobs, with 8 new players, lived up to their reputation, thumping newcomers Impis 64-0.
The way this competition, there's always a bit of it coming in as if a rivalry, but I don't think it's a rivalry. It's good competition and keeps you at the edge, makes you work hard. I mean, I think it works for both teams, for both Heathens and Cobs. Like, for example, we lost the trophy last season. I am very sure, and I know the players are hungry to try to get back the trophy. And the same way, I know Cobs will also play very hard to retain the trophy, which is good for the fans at the end of the day.
Meanwhile, the Heathens showed they meant business as they powered to a 64-3 victory against a bewildered Motoni Warriors side. A perfect combination of Alex Mubiru and Philip Wokorach cut through the Warriors' defense with ease to secure the win.
I think in any sport there's that rivalry, man. Those, of course, were the 2 greatest clubs in history, so it's only evident that we were rivals with Heathens.
Sean Oseku, a Kampala-based sports analyst, explained the fierce rivalry between Cobs and Heathens.
The Heathens are still a team to reckon with. They're a big force to reckon with. However, that they have not yet faced Cobs. It's just the opening of the season. Maybe it's something to look out for every rugby fan. It's one of the biggest games. It's called the Clash of the Titans here in Kampala.
Rivalry runs deep between the Heathens and Cobs, and this season will definitely provide another backdrop for the superiority contest between the two teams to play out. On his part, Godfrey Kayangwe, an official with Uganda Rugby Union, praised the sponsors for supporting the league.
Sponsors who have come on board are helping us because we need quite a lot of money to sustain the sport, and entry of so many sponsors on board have helped us cover that gap, and that's the reason why we're actually developing.
The tournament will run until next year before the next championship is crowned.
And that's the end of Sports News Africa for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you all the latest from Africa and around the world. Bye for now.